Hey kids! We are the Tres Pasado. I am Teacher Rhiengs.
And I'm Teacher Eunice. Kids, are you ready? Let's go! Today, we will talk about English language adverbs. At the end of the discussion, you should be able to define the adverb, know the purposes of adverb, how to form an adverb, identify the types of adverb. We will be having some quizzes and exercises.
First, let's talk about the definition of adverbs. Do you have any idea about the adverb? That is correct. In English grammar, an adverb tells us how, when, how much, and with what frequency a word is being used. To put it in another way, an adverb describes actions, and it describes other descriptive words. Verbs are words that describe an action, and adverbs provide description and details regarding that action. Adverbs often end in ly, but some, such as fast, look exactly the same as their adjective counterparts. Adverbs typically express some relation of manner or quality, place, time, degree, number, cause, opposition, affirmation, or denial. There are different types of adverbs, and how we use them depends on what you're describing and how you want to describe it.
An adverb is a word that modifies or describes a verb, an adjective, another adverb, or even a whole sentence. Adverbs and verbs. Adverbs often modify verbs. This means that they describe the way an action is happening. Adverbs and adjectives. Adverbs can also modify adjectives and other adverbs. Often, the purpose of the adverb is to add a degree of intensity to the adjective. Adverbs and other adverbs. You can use an adverb to describe another adverb. In fact, if you wanted to, you could use several. And lastly, adverbs and sentences. Some adverbs can modify entire sentences. Unsurprisingly, these are called sentence adverbs. Common ones include generally, fortunately, interestingly, and accordingly. Sentence adverbs don't describe one particular thing in the sentence. Instead, they describe a general feeling about all of the information in the sentence. Do you know what are the uses of adverbs? That is correct.
Adverbs can perform a wide range of functions. They can modify verbs, adjectives, and even other adverbs. They primarily act as modifiers of verbs or verb phrases. They provide information about the manner, place, time, frequency, certainty, or other circumstances of the activity indicated by the verb.
They can also modify noun phrases, prepositional phrases, or rule clauses or sentences. They are an integral part of the English language, and you will notice their use in a lot of sentences. They also give you the opportunity to inject more description into your sentences and give your audience a clearer picture of what you are talking about.
Rules are everywhere, like in the road, in the house, inside our classrooms, and even in adverbs.
Rule number 1. Many adverbs end in ly, but many does not. Generally, if a word can have ly added to its adjective form, place it there to form an adverb. For example, she thinks quickly. What do you think is the right word? Remember, to turn an adjective to adverb, we need to add ly. So the right answer is quickly. How does she think? Quickly. For the second example, she is a quickly thinker. What do you think is the right word? Remember, the word quick is an adjective, which is describing the thinker, so no ly is attached. So the right word is quick. She is a quick thinker. For example number 3, she thinks fastly. What do you think is the right word? Remember, the fast answers the question how, so it is an adverb. But fast never has ly attached to it, so the right word is still fast.
Rule number 2. Adverbs that answer the question how sometimes cause grammatical problems. It can be a challenge to determine if ly should be attached. Examples: roses smell sweetly. Do the roses actively smell with our noses? No. In this case, smell is a linking verb which requires an adjective to modify roses. So the correct answer for that is roses smell sweet. So we will not be adding ly. For the next example, the woman looked angrily to us. Did the woman look with her eyes, or are we describing her appearance? That is correct. We are describing her appearance. She appeared angry, so we will not be adding ly. For the last example, the woman looked angrily at the paint splotches. Here, the woman actively looked and she used her eyes, so the ly is added. The correct answer for that is the woman looked angrily at the paint splotches.
Rule number 3. The word good is an adjective whose adverb equivalent is well. For example, he did a good job. Good is an adjective that describes the job. Compared to our second sentence, he did the job well. Well answers how. It was used as an adverb to the adjective good. Here's another example. You smell good today. Good describes your fragrance, not how you smell with your nose. So using the adjective good is correct. Compared to our next sentence, you smell well for someone with a cold. You are actively smelling with your nose here, so use the adverb well.
Rule number 4. There are also 3 degrees of adverbs. In formal usage, do not remove the ly from an adverb when using the comparative form. These examples are the comparison between the correct and incorrect formal usage of adverbs. Example number 1. Incorrect. She spoke quicker than he did. Correct. She spoke more quickly than he did. Example number 2. Incorrect. Talk quieter. Correct. Talk more quietly. For the last example, incorrect. He smiled warmest of them all. Correct. He smiled most warmly of them all. The first sentences of each examples are wrong because they did not follow the fourth rule. They used the comparison but did not add ly to the adverb. For the second sentences, they are correct because they were able to comply with the fourth rule. As you can see, assuming that they are having a formal conversation, the ly were never removed in each sentence.
Forming adverbs. Do you have any idea How to construct sentenences with adverbs? There are three forms of adverbs. Adverb formed by adding ly to an adjective. Adverb can also share an identical word with an adjective. An adverb not derived from an adjective or any other verb.
A. Most adverbs are formed by adding ly to an adjective. So, these are the examples. In sentence number 1, he had a sudden heart attack while jogging. The word sudden is an adjective. So, we will change the adjective sudden into an adverb suddenly. So, here's the sentence number 2. He suddenly had a heart attack while jogging. In order to change an adjective into an adverb, we should add ly to an adjective. There is another example for this form of adverb. She had a quick walk to get there on time. The word quick in this sentence is an adjective. So, we will change the adjective quick into an adverb quickly. So, here's the sentence number 2. She walked quickly to get there on time. Just like in the first example, in order to change an adjective into an adverb, we should add ly to an adjective. We have a table here that shows adjectives turning into adverbs.
Adverbs that share identical words with an adjective. Some examples of adverbs that have the same form as adjectives and have similar meanings are far, fast, hard, long, right, straight, tight, and wrong. For example, let's compare these two sentences that use the word cheap. I got a cheap pair of shoes in the sale. I got a pair of shoes cheap in the sale. Which sentence do you think is the adjective and adverb? Correct! The first sentence is the adjective because it used the word cheap to describe the pair of shoes, and the second sentence is the adverb because it used the word cheap to describe the pair of shoes in the sale. Here's another example. The workers find the new machine easy to operate. The workers operate the new machine easily. Which one do you think is the adjective and the adverb? Correct! The first sentence is the adjective, while the second sentence is the adverb. Here's a table that contains other examples of adjective turning into adverbs.
C. There are adverbs not derived from an adjective or any other word, such as even, how, us, never, next, now, rather, so, soon, still, then, and to. Examples. Number 1. He doesn't even know where the Pacific Ocean is. 2. He said he had never been to a circus. 3. She has got rather a lot of money to spend at this time of the month. 4. She has eaten 2 big pizzas and still hungry.
The first type of adverb is the adverb of time. Adverb of time is an adverb which tells us about time of happenings or time of something is done in the sentence. Adverbs of time are used in the beginning as a form of emphasis or end of the sentence. Adverbs of time are like already, afterwards, immediately, always, last month, soon, then, now, and yesterday. Here is a table containing some examples of adverb of time. To understand more about adverb of time, here's some another examples. He admitted to the hospital and died yesterday. I have completed my homework already. They recently relocated to Santa Fe. The morning newspaper arrives daily. Here's some another examples. Monthly. The magazine is printed monthly. Tomorrow. I will go to the store tomorrow. And yearly. They go on this trip yearly.
Adverb of place. Adverb of place is an adverb which tells us about the place where something is done or happens in the sentence. It is used generally after the verb, object, or end of the sentence. Adverb of place are like below, here, above, inside, outside, there, over there, under, upstairs, and etc. Seen below is a table that shows some examples of adverbs of place that you can use in daily conversations. These are the sample sentences. Number 1. We need to stop here for dinner. 2. He was eating under the table. 3. A bird flew above in the sky. Number 4. I was so beguiled, I drove into a ditch. Number 5. I've been seeing these new games everywhere. Other examples are below. Check below the sink of the saucepan. Nowhere. His files were nowhere to be found. Outside. Take your boots outside.
The third type of adverb is the adverb of manner. Adverb of manner is an adverb which tells us about manner of how something is done or happens in the sentence. Such type of adverbs is generally end with ly, such as cheerfully, badly, and happily. However, some are simple like fast, well, and hard. They mostly modify verbs and can often be found at the end of a clause. Here are other examples of adverb of manner that are ending in ic and la and turn into ly to become an adverb. Here are other examples of adverb of manner. I went to school cheerfully. He runs fast. She waited patiently in line. He trimmed the white roses neatly. I combed my dog's fur carefully because it had lots of tangles. Other examples are beautifully. She sang the verse beautifully. Well, I think I did well on the quiz today. And generously. The volunteer generously coordinated the schedules of others.
Adverb of degree or quantity. Adverb of degree or quantity is an adverb which tells us about the level or extent of something is done or happens in the sentence. It is used before the adjective or adverb. Adverbs of degree or quantity are like almost, nearly, quite, much, really, to, very, so, and etc. Seen below is a table that shows some of the examples of adverb of place or quantity that you can use in daily conversations. Sample sentences. Number 1. It was too hard task for us to complete. Number 2. I am feeling really sad for my friend's father's death. 3. I am so excited to move to Ireland. 4. It's simply not enough. 5. This will hardly be enough food for everyone. Other examples are almost. They almost got there on time. Enough? Is it warm enough outside for sandals? Just. I was just wondering if you'd finish the report.
And the last type of adverb is the adverb of frequency. Adverb of frequency is an adverb which tells us how often something is done or happens in the sentence. Adverbs of frequency are like almost, again, frequently, generally, ever, hardly ever, nearly, nearly always, always, occasionally, often, rarely, never, seldom, twice, usually, sometimes, and weekly. Here are other examples of adverb of frequency. Here are other examples of adverb of frequency in sentence. He studies hardly during holidays. She thinks she is always right, however, it is not so. He told that he will never talk to me. I always read a book before bed. Does he normally walk his dog at this time? Here are more examples of adverb of frequency. Rarely. We rarely get to see our family on the West Coast. Sometimes. They sometimes participate in the school play. Usually. I usually ask a lot of questions in class. Hey kids! Now that we are already done in our discussion, here are some exercises to know if you really learned something. Are you ready? Let's start! For our first exercise, we just need to choose in the box the correct adverb of time in each sentence. Number 1. My family blank goes to our province. What do you think is the right adverb of time? Correct! It is annually. My family annually goes to our province. Number 2. There will be an exam blank, so better study for it. What do you think is the correct adverb of time? Good job! It is tomorrow. There will be an exam tomorrow, so better study for it. Number 3. The water refilling station delivers water in our house blank. What do you think is the right answer? Excellent! It is weekly. The water refilling station delivers water in our house weekly. Number 4. The class ended blank. We can now go home. What do you think is the correct answer? Very good! It is earlier. The class ended earlier. We can now go home. Number 5. Let's eat dinner blank. What do you think is the right adverb of time? Good job! It is later. Let's eat dinner later. Number 6. Emma left blank. What do you think is the correct adverb of time? You're right. It is early. Emma left early. Number 7. Chloe played on the beach blank. What do you think is the correct adverb of time? Very good. It is yesterday. Chloe played on the beach yesterday. Number 8. I will visit my friend blank. What do you think is the correct adverb of time? Excellent! It is tomorrow. I will visit my friend tomorrow. Number 9. My dog blank barks. What do you think is the correct adverb of time? Good job! It is always. My dog always barks. Number 10. Kyla blank arrived at the park. What do you think is the correct adverb of time? Very good! It is finally. Kyla finally arrived at the park.
Another set of the same type of exercise. 1. Jen waited blank for the computer to load. Kids, what do you think is the answer? That's correct. The correct answer for that is patiently. Jen waited patiently for the computer to load. 2. My grandpa snored blank. What do you think is the answer? That's right. The correct answer for that is loudly. My grandpa snored loudly. 3. I blank glued the last piece onto the modem. That is correct. The correct answer for that is carefully. I carefully glued the last piece onto the modem. 4. Peter blank wrote a shopping list. What is the correct answer? That's right. The correct answer for that is neatly. Peter neatly wrote a shopping list. 5. Jason blank read the book. That is correct. The correct answer for that is quickly. Jason quickly read the book. Number 6. You blank drink coffee. What do you think is the answer? That is correct. The correct answer for that is normally. You normally drink coffee. 7. Michael blank took the assistant job. He had been looking for a position all summer. What do you think is the answer? Good job! The correct answer for that is happily. Michael happily took the assistant job. He had been looking for a position all summer. Number 8. Marta dances blank. She's been taking ballet since she was 5 years old. What do you think is the correct answer? That's right. Beautifully is the correct answer for that. Marta dances beautifully. She's been taking ballet since she was 5 years old. 9. He reacted blank to the news. I have never seen him so upset. What do you think is the correct answer? Good job! Angrily is the correct answer for that. He reacted angrily to the news. I have never seen him so upset. Number 10. We didn't blank understand the teacher's instructions. Most of us did not finish the assignment. What do you think is the right answer? That is correct. Completely is the correct answer for that. We didn't completely understand the teacher's instructions. Most of us did not finish the assignment. Awesome! You did great!
For our next exercise, guess what? It is a multiple choice. You will choose the correct letter that contains the right adverb for each sentence. Number 1. He blank goes to church. A. Weekly, B. Monthly, C. Yearly, D. Often. What do you think is the correct letter? Very good. It is B. Often. He often goes to church. Number 2. I blank eat junk food because I don't like it. A. Often, B. Hardly, C. Always, D. Usually. What do you think is the correct letter? Very good. It is B. Hardly. I hardly eat junk food because I don't like it. Number 3. They blank play online games. A. Every day, B. Later, C. Usually, D. Weekly. What do you think is the correct letter? Excellent! It is C. Usually. They usually play online games. Number 4. Blank, I just need someone to talk to. A. Sometimes, B. Every day, C. Always, D. Usually. What do you think is the correct letter? You're correct. It is A. Sometimes. Sometimes I just need someone to talk to. Number 5. I blank go to concerts. It's too loud. A. Often, B. Sometimes, C. Usually, D. Never. What do you think is the correct letter? Good job! It is D. Never. I never go to concerts. It's too loud. Number 6. She arrived blank for the meeting. A. Here, B. Everywhere, C. Early, D. Outside. What do you think is the correct letter? Very good. It is C. Early. She arrived early for the meeting. Number 7. I will stop by blank to see how you are doing. A. Later, B. Yesterday, C. Inside, D. Recently. What do you think is the right letter? You're correct. It is A. Later. I will stop by later to see how you are doing. Number 8. He blanks wants to go to the park with me. A. Often, B. Rarely, C. Never, D. Upstairs. What do you think is the correct letter? Excellent! It is C. Never. He never wants to go to the park with me. Number 9. The movie is starting blank. A. Sometimes, B. Now, C. Occasionally, D. Never. What do you think is the correct adverb? You're right. It is B. Now. The movie is starting now. Number 10. Writing blank in my journal is soothing. A. Never, B. Now, C. Occasionally, D. Regularly. What do you think is the correct letter? Good job! It is D. Regularly. Writing regularly in my journal is soothing.
Choose the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. I blank listen for my name to be called. What do you think is the correct answer? Is it letter A, greedily, B, happily, C, quietly, or D, neatly? That is correct. The correct answer for that is letter C, quietly. I quietly listen for my name to be called. Number 2. The man blank took all the money. Is it letter A, greedily, B, happily, C, neatly, or D, quickly? Awesome! The correct answer for that is letter A, greedily. The man greedily took all the money. Number 3. My son blank tucked in his shirt. Is it letter A, greedily, B, quietly, C, quickly, or D, neatly? That is correct. The correct answer for that is letter D, neatly. My son neatly tucked in his shirt. Number 4. The basketball player blank ran up the court. Is it letter A, greedily, B, quickly, C, happily, or D, neatly? That's right. The correct answer for that is letter B, quickly. The basketball player quickly ran up the court. Number 5. The boy blank accepted his award. What do you think is the correct answer for that? Is it letter A, happily, B, quickly, C, neatly, or D, greedily? Good job! The correct answer for that is letter A, happily. The boy happily accepted his award. Number 6. Sarah plays the violin blank. Choose the letter of the correct answer. That is correct. Letter A is the correct answer. Sarah plays the violin beautifully. Number 7. The rain fell blank against the window pane. What do you think is the correct answer? That's great! The correct answer for that is letter D, heavily. The rain fell heavily against the window pane. Number 8. The sun shone blank. Is it letter A, loudly, B, brightly, C, awkwardly, or D, luckily? Good job! The correct answer for that is letter B, brightly. The sun shone brightly. Number 9. Andre lives next door, so we blank see her. Is it letter A, never, letter B, often, letter C, rarely, or D, barely? That's right! The correct answer for that is often. Andre lives next door, so we often see her. Number 10. Nancy and I blank go out for the coffee together. What do you think is the correct answer for that? That is correct. The correct answer for that is frequently. Nancy and I frequently go out for coffee together.
Adjectives can usually be turned into an adverb by adding ly. So here in our next exercise, you will change the adjective into an adverb. What do you think is the adverb form of cheap? You're correct. It is cheaply. Quick. What do you think is the adverb form of quick? Very good. It is quickly. Slow. What do you think is the adverb form of slow? You're correct. It is slowly. Hard. What do you think is the adverb form of hard? Good job. It is hardly. Neat. What do you think is the adverb form of neat? Excellent. It is neatly. Graceful. What do you think is the adverb form of graceful? Good job. It is gracefully. Proud. What do you think is the adverb form of proud? Very good. It is proudly. Kind. What do you think is the adverb form of kind? Excellent. It is kindly. Careful. What do you think is the adverb form of careful? You're correct. It is carefully. Late. What do you think is the adverb form of late? Good job! It is lately.
Just like we did earlier, we will turn the adjectives into an adverb by adding ly. Let's start. Number 1. Easy. What do you think is the correct answer? That is correct. The correct answer for that is easily. Number 2. Agree. That's right. The correct answer for that is angrily. Number 3. Happy. What do you think is the correct answer for that? Awesome! The correct answer for that is happily. Number 4. Smooth. What do you think is the correct answer for that? Awesome! The correct answer for that is smoothly. Dangerous. What do you think is the correct answer? That is correct. The correct answer for that is dangerously. Intelligent. Awesome! That is correct. Intelligently is the correct answer for that. Sad. What do you think is the correct answer? That's right. The correct answer for that is sadly. Loud. What do you think is the correct answer for that? That is correct. The correct answer for that is loudly. Lucky. That is correct. The correct answer for that is luckily.
Hope you learned something.
So here's our references.